budget my paycheck with me for August 19th. I got very behind on pretty much all of my bills a couple of months ago. The past several paychecks have been all about pretty much catching up on those bills. Hopefully, as long as I stick to my plan and I am careful with my money, this should be my last paycheck that is kind of focused on going through this process of just catching up on things. I will continue to use this notebook for all of my budgeting and expense tracking. I will probably be changing how I actually set up my paycheck budgets in here. The only thing I don't like is the way I'm setting it up. There's not really a way for me to go back and review on the same page. It's having to be like in the back section after the fact. So I am kind of trying to think a little bit about how I want to get a little bit creative about the layout. But otherwise, I like using this and creating my own structure. So for this payday, I really don't plan on doing any extra gig work or anything like that, having any extra money coming in. It's just the paycheck and then one monthly check that I get from a survey company. The survey money is really just money that I get for participation, and it usually ranges from $20 to $35. So I'm just going to go ahead and put 20 to be on the safe side. I will also write at the top if there's any rollover from the previous pay period that I want to use for this payday budget. In this case, what's remaining, I want to go to my savings account towards my emergency fund. So I'm not including that this time. Whether any remaining money goes towards my savings or is something I just keep in my checking account for the next payday budget really is very situational, payday to payday. This one will be just a little bit tight for me, but not too bad, and there is a little bit of room to cut if I need to, so I should be okay. Also, once I'm through this pay period, I should be caught up on bills. So we have Nissan car note first up, that's $567, which I also paid out of my last paycheck. Once this one is paid and I'm caught up, I should be able to change my due date. That's really something that was making me struggle with this car note. Next up is savings, and I'm just writing down the $34 that is automatically transferred every single month. For right now, I am only contributing the $34 automatically every single month, and then occasionally submitting what's left over from a paycheck. That is, again, something that's a bit situational to what I need for that pay period. But that being said, I do think I need to prioritize my emergency fund more. So I definitely see some changes coming in the next couple of months for how I do my payday budget. Next up is insurance, $374, which again, I also paid last month because I was catching up on bills. I did shop around a little bit a couple weeks ago. I believe it was right when I did my previous payday budget. Wasn't too happy with the offers, so I may go and look through again here in the next week or so. For fuel, I put 120. I usually go through about 80 to 90. I just like to give myself a little bit extra in that category. You never know when you're going to have to make extra errands or go on a trip that takes longer than expected. So that's just a category I don't like to keep too tight. Eating out is 130. That really shouldn't even be in my budget right now with how I am on bills. But then I also have a line for groceries. The food situation, I'm just not even sure what to do budget wise with anymore, to be honest. Like, as far as my lifestyle, I'm to the point where I want to cook at home zero and, and just have an eating out budget. But then financially, of course, I don't think that necessarily makes the most sense. I will need to be getting some supplies for the household out of this paycheck, and that amount will come to $45. I need quite a few things, so I may end up needing to go with 50 or 55, because I'm out of quite a bit actually. Next up is the pets category. This month or this pay period, it's pretty much just going to be some cat litter and some cat foods. We should be good there, so $40 should be fine. The next category is pet insurance, and that's going to come in at $105. That is for two cats. I love my cats. I adore them. Don't get me wrong. But on a serious note, if you don't already have pets and you are wanting to save money and wanting to be caught up on your bills and wanting to get ahead of things, I would highly reconsider getting a pet. Every now and then, I really do wish that I was not a pet person. But as far as pet insurance is concerned, it really has saved my skin a few times. So, absolutely a necessity, in my opinion, if you do have a pet. Next up is going to be credit card. That should be credit card 2. I think I wrote 3. It's okay. I know that it's credit card too. Anyways, that's going to be $150. And then I'm just going to put for investment $25. So I'm happy with this budget overall. It doesn't have that much wiggle room with it. So I do definitely need to be careful this pay period and make sure I'm paying attention to what I'm spending. Next month, I'm looking forward to a little more breathing room in my budget.